2005 Yamaha F90 4-stroke. That's the F90TLRD, if it matters to you. We're going to be doing the oil change. Things you're going to need: torque wrench, socket wrench. It's 14 millimeter on the oil drain plug, oil filter wrench, channel lock, screwdriver, whatever you need to get the oil filter off, oil filter, oil drain crush sleeve, 2 things of oil, quart, and a gallon. Most oil change kits give you only the 1 gallon jug. Not going to be enough. You're going to need a gallon plus a quart. Get started. You got 2 latches on the cowling. Open the front, open the back. Back latch is back here. You can take and lift the cowling straight up. Look on the side of the motor. Here's the oil filter, dipstick, oil fill. And all the way down here is your oil drain screw. It's going to be right inside this rubber tube. It's going to make a mess most times when it drains. Got a big drain pan, pig mats. Almost every shop I've seen, and most guys have done this a bunch, use an extractor. I normally use an extractor. Most people don't have an extractor. Extractors are expensive. We'll do it this way, because most everybody has a socket wrench. So to start, I'm going to loosen the drain screw. And it's going to make a mess. And there it goes. Nice. Oh, just get it all in there. That's awesome. Sure glad I put enough mats down. And let it all drain. Get all over the floor. It's going to be great. There it is. That's beautiful. Can't have anything nice. Only reason I'm changing this oil is because of time. Don't use the boat much, but they recommend doing it every year. It's cheap maintenance. Well, shit. This day and age, nothing's cheap anymore. I'm using the 300-hour service kit. This video is going to be part of a series. 300-hour kit with the thermostat runs about $220. I'll put a link. Now we got most of the oil drained out. Made a nice mess. Keep letting that drip. Move on to the oil filter. Like I was saying, channel locks, oil filter wrench, screwdriver, whatever you got to grab onto this and spin it off. I've got an oil filter wrench that just happens to fit multiple things. It broke loose. That's it. You can do the rest by hand. Sure, we're going to make a mess. Put this rag in here. It'll do absolutely nothing. Take that filter off. Oh, wasn't bad. Got your new oil filter. Part number on the barcode. Put a link to the filter in the description, or wherever the hell they go. Somewhere. Like that. Same exact filter. This Yamaha one comes with grease on the O-ring already. Nothing in the manual says anything about pre-filling filters. I've never done it. Not going to do it now. I'm going to spin that on. I am, however, going to go by their torque specs. I've never torqued an oil filter before, but because it had a torque spec, why not? Let's do it. It says 13 foot-pounds in the book. Let's set the torque wrench 13. That's it. All done. We're about done draining. Most important thing, when you decide to use the drain plug, like I said, most people don't, is this ring. It's designed to be crushed. Everything I read, everybody I talk to says it's a one-time use ring. Most oil kits that are worth a darn include them. Take the drain plug. It's got a little bit of residue on the bottom, a little bit of metal. It's normal. You don't want any chunks. Just that fine gel looking stuff. Clean it up. Take the new ring supplied in the kit. Look at that, it goes right on. All right, before we put the plug in, stick a rag up inside the tube and clean off the mating surface. I've had trouble in the past before I got an extractor. These rings, especially aftermarket rings, do not like to seal and they'll leak. So I got a genuine Yamaha crush ring, gasket, whatever they label it as. Put it in our nice oiled 14 millimeter socket that we just dropped in the oil pan. Set it up in there. Start it by hand. Do this a few times without an extractor. I wish you bought one. I have a Mighty Vac pneumatic extractor. I love it. Works great. All right. Drain plug is finger tight. Take the torque wrench. Service manual calls for 20 foot-pounds on this oil plug. I'm not going to go a hair more. I don't want to try to repair those threads. But I've done it without a torque wrench and it has leaked. Every time I put a torque wrench on it afterwards, I've had no issues. And that's it. Torque to 20 foot-pounds. Filling the engine with oil. Sometimes this cap's kind of tight. Little O-ring around the cap. Make sure it's not cracked, overexpanded. It's still sealing good. Some guys probably do this without a funnel and not spill a drop. I will spill it all. My favorite Harbor Freight funnel. Using Yamalube 1030. I picked 1030 because I wanted to. No, the owner's manual said it would work for my ambient temperatures, and they had it in stock. Now it calls for 4.7 something with the oil filter. This is 4 quarts, so I'm going to go ahead and dump the whole thing in without checking. And add the second quart, add about half of it without spilling it everywhere. Close enough. Over to the dipstick. Looks like in the owner's manual, somewhere in the middle is their happy spot. And if we look at that, we're in the cross hatches. We're a little full. But once I start it, run it through the oil filter, it'll probably be at the perfect level. Once you're satisfied with your oil level, throw your funnel on the ground. Make sure when you're checking your oil level that the motor is level. Screw your cap back in. With the outboard connected to the hose or some sort of water, you fire it up, let it run for a second, shut it off, check the level again. If you're happy with it, great. If not, adjust it. You can let a little out, you can add some, and that's it. So thanks for watching. Oil change on an F90 4-stroke Yamaha Outboard. We'll do it again next year. Next video, we'll be moving on to spark plugs, fuel filter, and the leaky VST screw.